What's happening, everybody? So check this out, right? Yesterday, a lady was talking to me, and she kept commenting on my teeth, right? She kept saying, "Man, your teeth is so white," and you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the other, right? And then she was like, what do you do to keep them white? So I was like, I brush my teeth, right? Like I brush my teeth. So she was just like, well, nah, like because I smoke and I drink and it messes up my teeth. So I told her, I said, well, I don't smoke or drink. I've never, smoke or drink, right? And in that moment, she kind of like looked at me crazy, right? And I'm like what? So she began to tell me how that's amazing. And she was telling me, like, for you to have the willpower to not do this, all of this other stuff, right? And in that moment, she began to tell me about her struggles. So I walked away from that conversation and I was just like, oh, okay. I didn't think nothing of it at first. But later on, I really started thinking. You see, a lot of times, because the people that are around you can't really see you, they miss out on a blessing that's for them. You see, when I walked into that store and she began to talk to me, she had no, inkling that she was going to meet me that day. She had no idea that that talking was going to, happen. So her mind and her ears was open. So out of that conversation, maybe she was blessed. Maybe she had been facing some adversity and all she needed to do was see an example of that it's possible. But the people that are around you all the time, they can't visually see you because they are so used to you, they miss out on what's for them. Think about that. There's certain people that are so familiar with you that they can never fully see you. It's kind of like if you're in a relationship with someone, right? And you can tell somebody something 150 times, right? And be like, hey, blah, 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 blah. They don't hear you because they don't see you. But then the next person to come, tell them the exact same thing, and that person will turn around and tell you what that person said like it is the gospel. And you sitting up here like, I've been telling you that the whole time. It's because they can't see you. See, I'm 45 now. Lord willing, I'll be 46. I'm actually on my way right now to the doctor's office, right? And I'm praying for good news or whatever, right? But even if it's not good news, it's going to be good news. You know what I'm saying? But I think differently now. You see, I don't need the fanfare. I don't need this, that, and the other. And there was a period in my life to where I wanted certain people to see me. I wanted certain people to value me. And when I wasn't getting that, I stopped looking at myself a certain way. You see, I started thinking I was less than because the people that I thought would see me and see my value wasn't seeing my value. So it couldn't have been something wrong with them. It had to be something wrong with me. And by doing that, I started shortchanging myself. So this message is to anyone out there that are in a situation or in a group setting where you're not being seen. You need to get from around that because there are certain people who just focus on you being how you've always been. And I think about like even in the Bible, right? If you really think about it, Jesus had to travel to perform miracles. Think about that. Jesus had to travel to perform miracles because in the city that he was in, they didn't value him. So every time he was on a journey, in those little pockets, it would be someone who, I don't have my sight. I don't have my hearing. I have issues of blood. This was all along the way. And he was performing miracles. But he was performing miracles because those people had no choice but to see him. And the people that he was around, the city that he was around, they couldn't see him. Now think about your life. Think about all the people that's around you that don't see you. Now, they see you as long as you're down here, but they can't see you past here. And you will spend a lifetime trying to give those people sight. You will spend a lifetime trying to give those people sight. And that's why when people reach a certain level, then those people will try to jump on board. And you sit back and you like, but you knew me when I was here. Now you want to do that. And then it goes in reverse. So now that you're here, now they're trying to pull you back down. When you get famous, those same people that grew up with you, now they telling stories about you, selling them to TMZ and this, that, and the other, right? Because they want to pull you down. So what you have to do is you need to focus on the people that absolutely see you. The people that see you. Because I'm going to tell you, sometimes that blessing is wrapped in someone else. And if you can't see them, how you going to see God? See, and it amazes me how people will sit up here and pray to something that they have never seen, right? They'll be like, oh man, I know he did it. But that person that's in front of you, that God has placed something in them that you need, you will constantly disrespect. You will constantly treat them less than, and you wonder why you're not being blessed. Now, like I said, Lord willing, I'll be 46 this year, and it took me so long to understand those type of things. Don't worry about the people that's not seeing you. Don't do that, because it's somebody out there that will love the ground that you walk on. There's a friend group out there that will appreciate you and drive you to your destiny. Those are the people that you need to make your village.